Hey everyone, welcome to the SQL interview series of Data Millennials. I'm Atul, and in this video we are going to solve this question, which is that we have to write an SQL query to get the employee name, team leader ID and the number of employees in the department. So this type of question is quite tricky, and most often in an interview the interviewer will ask you this type of question. Reason being is that you have to use your sense or the common sense to understand the question completely. If you see the question here, they are asking us to get the employee name, then they are asking us to get the team leader ID and the number of employees in this department. So the number of employees will be counted based on this department, but they would require the employee name as well as the team leader ID also in the output. So if you think about it, in department 2 there are 4 different rows. This row number 1, row number 2, row number 5 and row number 10. So in that case you will say that department 2 has 4 employees, but that would be incorrect because department 2 has this team leader 3 also, and this you can see that team leader 3 is repeating in row number 2 for department 2, row number 1 for department 2, then row number 5 for department 2, and then there is a new team leader TL5 in department 2 in row number 10. So in this case there are 6 different employees in department 2, where 4 are these normal employees and 2 are the team leaders. So this is the way the interviewer will tweak a little in their question, and you have to think on your feet saying that what exactly the question is saying and how you can get the answers. So in this scenario you have to put department 2 has 6 employees where there are 2 team leaders and 4 normal employees. So let's go to our SQL workbench and write query for this. So this is the question, right? And we will be using this employee TB table for this question. So if I run this, you will see that you have employee name, team leader ID and department ID. In order to get the total number of employees, what we can simply do is that we can simply put select and then we'll put employee emp underscore name as employee name, right? Then we'll put team leader ID and then we will put count of employee name as number of employee from this particular table, which is TB emp underscore TB. Now I have to put a group by here, saying that group by employee name and team leader name, right? You might be thinking that this will give you the correct output, but that is not the case. This will not give you the correct output. Reason being, you have to get the count of employee at a department level. So instead of this part, what you have to do is that you have to give only the department ID. So if I put something like this, that department underscore ID and then count of employee name, right, from this table and group by this department ID, you will see that department 2 has 4 employees, department 1 has 3 employees and department 3 has 3 employees. Let's go back to our first SQL query, which is this one. Select a star from this, so that we are seeing that department 2 has 4 employees, department 1 has 3 employees and department 3 has 3 employees. So total number of employees are 10. Okay, so you can see here you have 10 records over here. Department 2 has 4 employees because it's repeating 4 times. Department 3 is repeating 3 times and department 1 is repeating 3 times, right? Now the thing is, this team leaders is also an employee, but we do not have this team leader's name over this employee name column. So what we need to do is that we need to add those team leaders also as the employee. So what we'll do is that we'll simply put this count of employee name plus count of this team leader ID as total number of employee, or let's keep number of employee. Now you will see that department 2 has 8, department 1 has 6 and department 3 has 6. Now let's go back to our question. So the question states that write the SQL query to get the employee name, their manager ID, number of employees in the department. Okay, so if you see this, if I run this query, select star from this, what the output should be something like this, that we have employee name, team leader ID, and then department ID and the total number of employees. So here we can simply use the self join in SQL to get our desired output. So what I'll do is that I'll simply use this particular query as my first query, where I will give an alias as A for this one. So I'll put A dot star. Okay, and now I'll put, let's say, B dot this number of employee, because I will be converting this part of code as my another query or subquery, which is B. Now after this A, employee table as A, I'll put left join, and then I'll use this as an inner query, okay, as B on A dot department ID equal to B dot department ID. Now if I run this query, I will get this employee 1, TL3, department 2 and total number of employees in this department. So I have run this query, and now you can see that you have the output here saying that employee 1, TL3, department 2, number of employee equal to 8. Let's count the number of employees here, because we have a small data, we can count and cross validate our result. So department 2 is in row number 1, so 1, 2, 3 and then 4. Okay, now if I count the team leader also, we have 1 team leader here in department 2, 3 is same, and then we have this TL5 which works in department 2 also. So the total number of employees should be 4 plus 2 is equal to 6, but we are getting 8. That is because we have not used the distinct over here. So let's put distinct over here. Similarly, we'll put distinct over here also, so that we don't have any duplicacy in employee name. Now if I run this query, you can see that you're getting department 2 as 6. Again, if we check this for department 1, you will see that employee 3 is in department 1, employee 4 is in department 1, employee 7 is in department 1. So we have 3 different employees. Similarly, TL3 works in department 1, TL2 works in department 1, TL5 works in department 1. So we have 6 different individuals who is working in department 1. So the total number of employees should be 6, and that is what we are getting over here. So this is how you can write SQL codes for tricky SQL questions, and in order to do that you have to go through these questions multiple times, saying that what exactly is the requirement in this question. Because if you see this question in a simple view, it will just ask you to give the number of employees, but you have to think that this team leader ID is also an employee which is not present in employee name column. So you have to ask your interviewer that whether this team leader ID or team leader is also an employee which needed to be counted as a number of employee or not. And if the interviewer says that no, you don't have to count this team leader ID, then you can simply write the count statement with department ID to get the number of unique employees for each of the department. But what if you have to include this team leader also? So for that you have to use the self join, which I have shown you over here. With this self join you can get the optimum output, and I'm saying self join but I've used this left join here because I'm using this term self join. Reason being is that the table is same. You can see that the table is same. I'm just using it twice over here with the alias saying that employee table as A and employee table as B here. If you want to practice more SQL question like this, you can click on the right hand side of this video. And if you want to learn SQL from basics, you can click on the left hand side of this video. Happy learning and see you in the next video.